What's up, everybody? It is Thegoal60 here for Saturday, June the 16th, 2018. So, Father's Day weekend, we kicked it off with a bang. Yesterday we had 6 total official plays. We came out, went 5-1, forcing us into 1 B-bet for today. And also, unofficial plays, we had 3 of those. They went 2-1. And the only game that lost was the revenge game there. Then even the 2 games that we completely scrapped on, we didn't touch at all. One of them could have been official, the other one could have been unofficial. Both won with that as well. So really good Friday for us. Let's bump into Saturday and finish this thing up on Father's Day weekend. So let's recap all the official plays from yesterday. The first one we'll talk about was a revenge play, and it was with the Cubs. Now the Cubs came out against the Cardinals on the road and took care of business. They were only a -120 favorite, but got the 13-5 win. And that was actually, the Cardinals didn't really wake up until later in the game. For a while, we were really dominating that game. And either way, get an 8-run victory and a 13-5 win there is huge. We move on to the next one. So all the rest of these are RPI betting system plays. The next one was the Angels. The Angels took on Oakland at Oakland yesterday, and they were a -118 favorite. They come out, they had, at one time it was 6-0. I believe it all went all the way up to 8-0, and either way got the 8-4 victory to cap off the night. I believe that was actually the last play that we were watching last night to come in. Next we had Colorado. The Rockies were on the road as a 111 favorite, meaning that they were a coin flip game. Some places you may have been a little bit cheaper, some places you may have had to pay a little bit higher price, but not very much. It was right there at even. And yesterday they went into the Rangers, and the Rangers actually had a really good first inning. They scored 5 runs. We were down 5-0, and then we fought back in the next couple innings. We had a huge inning where we come back and tied it up. I believe took the lead 6-5, and then just never looked back after that. We ended up with a 9-5 victory and helped us move forward yesterday. And then we had Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was at home yesterday as a -142 favorite against the Reds. Now the Reds led for a long time. They were up 2-1. We had a good inning where we had a 2-run score and went up 3-2 and just kind of coasted the rest of the way and finished it up like that. Got the rest of the outs we needed and went home with a 3-2 victory. And then last, as far as wins, we had Milwaukee, who was at home and was the highest price that we paid yesterday at -146. They come out, got the job done against the Phillies, completely wrecked Arrieta yesterday, and won that game 13-2. And at one time it was 11-0, and there at the end of the game, both teams scored a couple runs, and either way we get that 13-2 victory. Now the one loss we did have was with Washington, and Washington was at the Blue Jays yesterday. Washington was a -143 favorite, and they came out, and about halfway through the game we were tied up 3-3. They gave up a 3-run inning to the Blue Jays, and then had a 2-run inning themselves going in. I believe it was the 7th or 8th inning where they had 2 runs scored, so it brought it back to 6-5. And in the 9th inning, just could not get that extra run to send into extras. So we lose that game by 1 run. You know, after 6 official plays, 1 run kept us from being perfect yesterday. But that's all right. That only moved us to, I would a lot rather have just 1 B-bet today than to have 5 or 6. And we have had that one day where we had 6 B-bets on a Saturday. So it feels a lot better to have the 1. The thing is today, though, Scherzer is the pitcher for the Nationals today, so their price is expensive. It's -211. He's obviously, a lot of people think he is the best pitcher in the league. This year he's 10-2. He's had some really good days. He's had those 2 losses as well. So there is some risk there. There's always risk. This is how the game's played. But at the same time, if he comes out and pitches anything like what he's capable of, we'll be fine. Because the Blue Jays yesterday was really the first day that they've been able to hit the ball in a while. Well, as previous week, you know, we had them in midweek, and they just could not hit the ball. And then when they hit the ball, the few hits they had, they couldn't get it around the bases. So hopefully they go back to that today. Scherzer, hope it'd be great if he pitched a shutout. But either way, if he holds them really low, the Nationals have the power. They have the hitters that can come out and get us a win. But either way, it is minus 211, and we are looking to win 2.43 units. So this is, a little higher risk as far as your bankroll goes, but I think we'll be fine here. Let's just get the win and let's move on. That being all the official plays, let's talk about the unofficial plays from yesterday. They also had a good day. They went 2-1 yesterday. The one loss we did have was the actual potential revenge play we had, and that was with the Indians against the Twins. Now, Kluber was pitching yesterday for the Indians, and that's the reason that price was so high and that we had to pass on that game, was simply because of him being a minus 226 favorite. So minus 226 was just way too high for us yesterday on the first game in. And I'm glad that, obviously we didn't take it because they came out and got a 6-3 loss. The Twins actually took care of Kluber pretty bad. It was probably his worst outing that he's had in a while, and got the victory over the Indians. Now today, if you're looking to move forward with them, they are minus 185. So a little bit better price, still expensive, but they definitely, I think they'll be back on track today. As far as the two unofficial wins, yesterday Detroit was a run line against the White Sox, and it was expensive at minus 181. They got the outright win 4-3. And then also Houston was minus 215 against the Royals, and they got an easy victory there, 7-3. So that was all the unofficial. We did have the two games that we passed on yesterday, being Miami and San Francisco. And the reason, if you watched yesterday's video, you know that Thursday they played 16 innings against each other, and I just really didn't know how they were going to handle that with both of those teams. That was a 4-game series. They had absolutely no break. They pretty much, or they haven't had a break since last week. So they've been playing baseball for a while. But either way, they came out yesterday and actually played really well. Both of them teams on the road. One was Miami against Baltimore. They were on the run line, got the 2-0 victory, so one outright as an underdog. The other being the Giants on the road against the Dodgers. They were down 3-0 and actually had a 2-run, I believe it was a homer, and lost the game 3-2, but because they were run line, they were a winner. So that's how everything else ended up yesterday. Obviously, if you'd went with all 11 of those series, you had a really good day. You'd have went 9-2 yesterday. So not a bad day at all. We move forward to today, and with the 1B bet we talked about, and that is it for baseball. The one game we have today being the Nationals, I knew that I didn't feel real bad about this, but tomorrow I'm not going to have a video up. I am traveling tomorrow to visit family, and I just want to let you know that today because I am taking off tomorrow. There's just not a good spot to make a video, and plus there's absolutely no Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So it would be extremely tough to put it up. I hope that you all have a great Father's Day, whether you're a father or your father or whatever. Have a good day. Enjoy that. And just around the corner today makes 75 days until the first football game, the first college football game of the season. So this came in this week. That means that, if you're handicapping, I highly suggest getting this. If you've watched my videos over the year, you know I'm a huge fan of Phil Steele. He's not paying me at all to say that. That's just the truth. The guy knows what he's talking about. He puts a ton of information in there, and that's how I build my power rankings and projections based off of things like that, and then I go with my stats that I compile. So that's coming up, starting to put all that together. Started this week as soon as it come in, updating my projected stats, getting ready for football season. It's just right around the corner. Be here before you know it. So either way, have a great Saturday, and I won't see you tomorrow morning, but I will see you Monday morning. Good luck. Thanks.
60% of the time, it works every time.